Hey everyone, I got an amazing video for you today. We're right in the middle of Q4 and we're about to hit one of the biggest sales day or sales week of Q4, and that is Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You're gonna see a lot of sales go up. And so I wanna share with you what I think are the best topics to do t-shirt designs for. And that is with the acronym HOFF, H-O-F-F. And I wanna explain what that means and show you examples of some of these that are best sellers using Profit Tree on Etsy. So lots to see in this video. I'm going to explain the topics and show you examples in it. So let's go. All right, so here it is, HOFF, one of the easiest ways to remember. I tried to put it in something that's easy to remember, and you can picture David Hasselhoff here if that helps. So HOFF, HOFF. So this is what it stands for. H is hobbies, O, occupations, F, family, and F, funny. So these are the four major topics that I think you should concentrate on when designing t-shirts for Q4. And I'm gonna go over each one of these individually and show you examples. Now these are major topics, and so I'm gonna show you some of the subtopics or minor topics, and then you can even go subtopics on this. So first we're gonna start with hobbies. I'm also gonna show you not only what some of these hobbies could be, so you don't have to think about what hobbies are there. I'm gonna also show you some examples in Etsy using Profit Tree to show you that there are actually lots of sales on these right now, and they'll continue to go up as we get closer and closer to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Okay, so first up, hobbies. Here are some hobbies, what I'm thinking of as hobbies. Now this is in a full list. This is just some of them, some of the top ones actually. So if you're thinking of doing hobbies, you can do t-shirts related to reading or cooking or watching movies. Those are really big during Q4. People love to stay home because it's cold and cook and watch movies. But there's drawing, photography, and music. And so these, a lot of these pets are also in there, dogs and cats. I mean, they're considered in this hobby arena because you take care of them and spend some time with them, but farm animals as well, gym, going to the gym, riding motorcycles, cooking barbecue, yoga, and all those kinds of things. So not a exhaustive list, but just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about with hobbies. So now let's go into Etsy, and I'm gonna just look up reading and show you what kinds of sales they have by using Profit Tree. And show you some numbers. All right, so I'm using the app Profit Tree. You can see it right here. There's also a plugin that you can get. Now, what I'm using is the $67 lifetime plan here. So what you get is, you get all of these things that I'm using here. You get a product finder, sorry, and you can see some of these things. So I typed in reading right here, reading t-shirt. And yeah, you can see some of the sales. Monthly sales for this one right here, 171 sales a month, 5,000 revenue. Bookworm embroidered tees, 167. Now, if you want to see what they look like, you can click on here, view in Etsy, and it's going to pull it up. And we're going to also see some things that with Profit Tree, you can see some of the things here, and this is what it looks like. And people love these things. The reason why hobbies are really cool for t-shirts is because they make great gifts. You probably know somebody that loves to read in this case, and you might get this as a gift for them because why not? Those two things match, right? Maybe your daughter loves reading, or a friend or whatever, and this just matches them completely because maybe they like this aesthetic, the color, they want to wear something like a sweatshirt, and so on. So it's really cool. And this is why hobbies is at the top there, HOFF. Hobbies are just a no-brainer. People love these things, and everybody you know has a hobby. I actually would start with people that you know, or with your own hobbies, and look into those. But there's another way that this Profit Tree works. So with the $67 lifetime plan, you also get Etsy Radar. So Etsy Radar actually works on Etsy. So let me show you. It says open Etsy and start exploring. And it's right here. I think, yeah, it's already, oh no, it's this one. So I typed in reading t-shirt, And you can see there's the Etsy radar. I have it enabled as a plugin. And you can also do this. I typed in reading t-shirt as search, and these are the search results. And you can see the information here. This one has as bookworm 24 sales already. This one, book travert, like introvert and book reading together, 49 sales, and so on. So you can see this hobby of reading sells a lot of t-shirts. It's a big one. 165 sales, 10 sales already, and this is just going to go up. We're just at the beginning of where sales start. As we get closer and closer to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, we'll get more and more of this. By the way, Black Friday and Cyber Monday are at the end of the month. Black Friday is the Friday after Thanksgiving. For those of you that don't know when Thanksgiving is, I'll put it up right here when it is. So we got about 5 weeks before this actually happens. So you can still put in your reading t-shirts and stuff and hopefully get some sales there. So look at that. There's lots and lots of ways. Reading is just the big niche. Now you have to niche down and what kind of styles. Are you going to do ghost reading? Are you going to do bookworms? Are you going to do with wildflowers and so on? Hopefully it can match your niche that you have. All right, so that is hobbies. Let's get on to O, and let me show you some examples of occupations. All right, O for occupations in the HOFF method or acronym. And here are some big ones. I probably spelled some of these wrong, but nurse, huge one, doctor, teacher, firefighter, police officer, forgot the E here, military, sorry, spelled that wrong, Terry, that should say military, construction worker, trade person, electrician, plumber, influencer, developer, mechanic, chef, and so on. So lots and lots of different ones here. Again, not an exhaustive list. You may know some people with occupations, and this kind of works the same way as hobbies. Almost everyone has an occupation, what they're doing, and this would make a great gift in Cyber Monday and Black Friday for Christmas or any other holiday gift that you want to give. And of course, perfect for t-shirts and mugs and whatever you're going to buy. So not just for t-shirts, any gift that you're going to buy and you can make with print on demand, like occupations and hobbies, no brainers, right? So we're going to do the same thing that I did in the last one. I'm going to look up nurse t-shirts in Etsy and show you with Profit Tree that these are selling right now and will only get more sales as we get closer to Christmas. All right, so I have the same thing. I did the same thing, Etsy, nurse t-shirt. You can see some really good sellers here. Again, using Profit Tree, the $67 lifetime thing. In fact, no monthly subscriptions. It's just a one-time $67 fee, which is incredible. You can keep using it over and over again and not have to worry about paying monthly over and over again. So look at this, 39 sales for this nurse. This nurse, 47 sales already with a monthly revenue of 600. Let's go down some more. There's more, 38, almost $1,000 revenue monthly, and so on. So there's a bunch of these on here. You can do the same thing for doctor or anything else on the list there and kind of choose which one of those occupations that you want to do that matches maybe your niche or your style or your whatever you're doing. So in this case, you could do one if you have a goose. If you have a goose store, you could definitely make a registered silly goose nurse thing. Or if you do, tarot cards, yeah, that would work too. If you're in the Goblin Core or whatever style this is, this could do well. Or if you just do vintage text and like that kind of stuff, there's things there. So get inspired by some ideas here. I'm not saying to copy these things. I'm just showing you these things to show you that occupations like nurses sell right now and will continue to sell even more as we get closer and closer to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Those are typically, at least for me, been the biggest sales days in the year. No question. They're like tent poles when you see, in fact, I'll put my graph here for last year and you'll see that last year, boom, boom, that's where it was. Black Friday and Cyber Monday right there. So, and typically every year has been that way. Ever since I've been on Amazon, you have those two spikes. And I think Cyber Monday is even bigger because we sell things digitally, and Cyber Monday is anything you buy online. People like to wait over the weekend, I guess, and buy, and usually lots of sales on Cyber Monday too. So they're looking for deals, they're looking to buy online, and they find these things, and hopefully find yours too. All right, so let's get on to the first F, and the first F is family. All right, I wanted to show you this as well, like last time with like the other ones. Family doesn't just mean mom, dad, sister, brother, uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa. It can mean that. I mean, it does include that, but you can also include cousins. You can also include like mashups of the names, like Mamasaurus or Dog Mom or Big Sister, Little Brother, Funko, you know, some of those mashup things, Mamacita or Godmother or something. So anything to do with family or family names or things like that, where you can come up with some mashup of funny thing. I think that all is included in family. And again, the reason why family is important for Q4 sales is because you're gonna buy your family gifts for Q4, right? So you're gonna buy your mom a gift. Go find something funny for mom or something unique for mom. Maybe it's a book mom, maybe she's a dog mom, maybe she's a thing. So you can kind of combine these with the other ones as well. She could be a nurse mom, or he could be a doctor dad, or whatever it is, right? Firefighter dad, or things like that. So put in those hobbies, put in those occupations, mash them up with family, or just do best mom, or, you know, great mother. There's lots and lots of ideas out there. And speaking of that, let's go to Etsy and I'll show you some of the family designs that are selling right now. All right, I did the same thing, and you can do this too with Profit Tree. Once you have it installed, just type in mom t-shirt and you'll get a list like this. And you can look at, since we're closer to Halloween now, we can see this one is a mashup again. Mom bee, like we saw with the Mamasaurus, Momster, right? Kind of those mashups. This is funny. 29 sales, look at that already. This one right here, it's been out for only 2 months, 2K in revenue, or 5K right here in total revenue. 105 sales already. This mother one, well, it doesn't have anything. So you can see the difference. The nice thing about this is you can see, like, did this sell? Did this sell? No, maybe I should do things more related to this kind of things, or you can kind of see what sells better. Maybe this kinds of ideas sell better than those kinds of ideas, and maybe those kinds of styles sell better than the other kinds of styles, and so on. So look at this. I think this is a great way to kind of do that and see what sells better. And you can come in, and once you have one like Momster or Mama, you can come back in here and come in and do Mama as you start niching down, and you can see like what kinds of different ways to do Mama, you know, different patterns and stuff. Monster Truck Mama, Ghost Mama, right? Flowers Mama, and you can see it's in real time loading it up with Profit Tree, loading all these things. So there's a Dragon Mama, there's a, there, look at that. Whoa, look at this one. 126 sales already, 13K in revenue, only 2 months old, and got that many. So mom, huge right now, gonna be even bigger. I bet these people that are selling this much right now is gonna get even a bigger boost as we get closer to those dates that I talked about. So do the same with mom, you can do the same with dad, uncle, whatever, and kind of start there at the big one and niche down and kind of see where it takes you using these numbers. That's why I mentioned this Profit Tree, because using the data right here, you can easily see like what styles and what topics and sub niches do a lot better than others, and kind of gauge your designs that way. All right, the last one is funny, and funny can be combined with anything. So you can combine it with the hobbies, funny occupations, funny family like we saw there. You can also do funny sayings, funny places, funny politics, which we didn't get into. Any niche really can be funny, right? So if you have one that's already selling, or if you see something out there, change it to funny. change the things there. And because people love to buy just funny, sarcastic, just funny saying t-shirts anyway, regardless of if it's a hobby or occupation or whatever. Somebody wants to wear that shirt and because it's funny. So let me show you some funny sayings. Since we did these hobbies and things, I'm just going to type in funny saying so you can kind of see what kind of sales that gets on Etsy. All right, last one. I just typed in funny saying t-shirt in Etsy, did a search using Profittree, and there you go. Look at this one, 67 sales this month, 2K revenue overall, only 2 months old. 21 sales already on this one, not even a month old. Like, this funny is like the thing that people love to buy on t-shirts. 47 sales, 67 sales, and so on. So you can see 177 sales, like so many cool ones. So you can do this yourself and see, and then like I said, niche down, like maybe funny raccoon t-shirt. Since you see raccoons there, I can do that and kind of niche down and see like, okay, I think raccoons is what I want to do because my shop's more about raccoons. Let's get some ideas on how I can change what styles. Like, do I do a vintage illustration style? Do I do more realistic style? Which one of these sell better? And which one matches my niche, and what can I do? And then you can use ChatGPT or brainstorm and like all those things to come up with a phrase that makes sense. But first, I think you have to come up with the topic and stuff, and then get either the design first or the phrase first. I go over that in another video, but yeah, I think this, like you can see, raccoons actually are pretty popular on here for Etsy at least. So you can do the same kinds of things wherever else you're selling. If you're doing on Amazon, I would do the search. Now, Profittree doesn't do work with Amazon. It works strictly for Etsy. But usually what sells well on Etsy will sell well on Amazon or TeePublic or Redbubble and things like that. So like if this was something that you did, I think this would also work on Amazon too. So I'm not saying copy this. I'm just saying once you have a design that works on Etsy, you can probably, or that you've done the research that you think will work on Etsy, you can put it on Amazon as well. So create your own things. Use this as a help to see like which ones, which topics, and brainstorm ideas, and then create as many designs as possible for Q4, because we're going to see an increase in sales as we get closer and closer to Cyber Monday and Black Friday. All right, there you go. So now you know the acronym HOFF, HOFF, for the holidays. Make sure to use that to help you decide what kinds of designs to create on t-shirts or whatever product you're doing. I think this would work for mugs as well for the holidays. Take this idea, this HOFF idea, and just make as many designs as possible. Now, if you need help brainstorming, I have this video right here. Now that you know the topics, you can use that to start brainstorming phrases or graphics and things like that. Follow this video. I think it would be really helpful to help you get your designs to a point where it will sell. Thanks again for watching. And as always, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.